Flippy.
Off the Flippy.
Now we rolling. So we got the Flippy. We out here, my mans. My boy.
What it do, bro?
What it do? What it do?
Happy to be here.
We out here, Far Rock. You feel me?
Gorgeous
By the
view.
beach. We got the surfers in the background. Beautiful.
Gorgeous view. That could not be me though.
In the water?
I got trauma with these waves.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Real?
One of those like hidden waves, like spun me around like I was in a washing machine last time I was here.
Sound like a washing machine. That's crazy.
Yo, I put in all the respect on Poseidon, on Neptune, whatever water deity.
Don't fuck with the water, bro. The water gets you rocking crazy.
No.
But yeah, we out here. Homie Daryl.
Shout out
Camera
Daryl.
and audio. Shout out Daryl. We got my man Jose in the cut.
Shout out Nami.
Here. Little cameo action, you dig? So
Homie just sunbathing.
exactly. You feel me? We got a common little beach day going on.
I picked the wrong day to whip out this tech though.
Yeah, bro. You got on the Nike Tech right now.
Yeah.
That's a bold choice.
I was told by the weather app that it would be like 60-something degrees.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a calm, chilly little vibe.
Yeah.
And here I am, like, marinating.
Oh man. So I'm very happy to have you here, brother.
Happy to be here, man.
This feels like a long conversation, and
Long overdue.
yeah.
Sure.
You're somebody who I respect on so many different fronts because honestly, bro, you're one of the people who really be doing the talk and then also doing the walk. You feel me?
I appreciate that, man.
So, would you like to explain more about what you do for the people?
Yo, man, I'm gonna try because I don't really like to talk about myself. It's something I'm working on.
Yeah.
But for those that don't know me, Julio Herrera, I'm throwing my whole government out there. Born and raised Brooklyn, New York. I guess this journey kind of started, maybe, honestly, like 5 years ago, because my plan out of college was just like fly out, explore the world, like thinking I was going to make like a tangible impact. And how you did it was like in broad strokes. That was my line of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Then the pandemic hit, and I was stuck back in Brooklyn. A lot of chaos happening all around me, a lot of loss, a lot of trauma. I guess what really proverbially lit the fire under my ass was at the same time there was like a huge like gentrification push in my neighborhood where they were trying to expand Industry City. So I grew up in Sunset Park too. I'm a South Brooklynite through and through. And on top of like my friends, my relatives like suffering and dying in the midst of all this stuff, they're like, oh yeah, but also get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I took that personally. Like we're all just trying to get by, and we get sold up the river like that. So I didn't do much. I joined in on protests, like organized where I could. I wasn't a good organizer, but it went through, and the community really showed out despite like the tough times we were having. I was also involved in a lot of protests, like anything I could do to really just get involved. It's kind of where it stuck to me, like I'm needed right here.
Yeah.
I'm needed at home. I didn't really take it as like me running away from like anything. I was thinking like I can make more of an impact on my block if I'm like in Switzerland or some shit. That's just,
You're in another country. You don't even know what's going on the block.
I don't even know what's happening on the block until I'm like right there. And since then I was doing like a lot of like more community oriented work. So I worked at this like harm reduction center like a year after me graduating from college. Then I worked for a state senator up in the Bronx. So I dealt with like a lot of tenant organizing and making sure that people weren't getting abused by the slumlords, and it happened quite a lot.
Yeah.
I had maybe about throughout that year maybe like 300 odd cases, some way somewhere relating to housing, some way somewhere relating to tenant abuse.
Yeah.
And it was a good teacher for me. It was a good teaching moment for me because like it showed me like different ways in how like the system keeps punching down on people who look like us. Yeah. Now I work for this nonprofit called the Black Institute. I'll just go into a little story about that. So like 15 years ago, our founder, she was like a huge organizer for like 40 odd years, longer than I've been alive, longer than my parents have been in the country.
Yeah.
She led chapters across the entire country of like just going door to door asking people what they needed, like helping people out with like loan counseling, like housing, renovations, everything. That's how she started. Long story short, it disbanded, but she still wanted to like continue servicing like black and brown people across the city. So she came up with TBI, and they do research. They focus on, we focus on a lot of shit. I'm not going to hold you. But to narrow it down to like 4 main buckets, it's like immigration, it's environmental justice, it's education, and it's economics. It's affordable housing. It's supporting like black and brown businesses. And, in the 15 years that this place has been around, I've seen them do a lot of work. I've been a part of that work. And that shit wears me down.
Yeah.
And, that shit can be overwhelming a lot of times, but we do incredible work. And it's all these experiences really brought me to like this conclusion that I got to do what I can. I can't just talk about these problems and like not try to do something, even if like I try and I fail, at least I tried.
True.
And my kind of philosophy, mostly just been like for most of my life, has just been, when I'm on my deathbed, whenever that is, when it's the last day I see the sun, can I say I tried my best? Can I like make my peace with that? Do I have something to pass on to like the people who come after me?
Yeah.
And that's what drives me on my day to day.
Honestly, that's a great mission, because like oftentimes we'll be thinking that we have to do the most and constantly do things to get further and all that, but at the end of the day, it's really just a bunch of tiny steps that get you to the point.
Yeah.
And for you, like, I always kind of look to you as a mentor of the sorts when it comes to community organizing and just getting people together, because for me, I haven't really had much experience doing it or doing it in a way that really feels like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And I've been recently understanding that community is literally the integral aspect of everything that we do.
Right.
Like, if you don't have community, you don't have supermarkets, you don't have schools, you don't have support systems, you don't have anything that's kind of just important to human life.
No, and it's like we talked about too, right? It's because we're just so ingrained in like the system we're under. We don't even know that like people who look like us, who live in our communities, it's a survival of the fittest mentality. It's natural selection. And it's not even just like the in-your-face broad day violence that we're subjected to. It's more the surreptitious shit. It's like just
very mental.
It's mental, and it's meant to like break you down emotionally and mentally. That's why you see so many motherfuckers on the train going like developing like psychosis. It's like you're caged. It's it's a big city, but like it confines you in such a bubble.
So I've come to realize that New York is, though it is one of the most populated cities, it's also one of the loneliest cities. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also aspects of modern life make it far more lonelier. It's easier to go out and actually be part of community when you're not going home and just being on your phone as the immediate option. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so for me, and this, like a lot of the work that I do is outside of the social, internet, fucking like online sphere.
It's engagement. It's word of mouth.
Yeah, because to me, that's not a real place. Like a lot of people will think that, you gotta be doing X, Y, Z online, blah, blah, blah. But the real interaction is right here.
Yeah. Like
the real interaction is the fact that you got Daryl out here, the fact that you got Jose over there, literally just chilling.
Yeah.
Like, because at the end of the day, that's the community, and at the end of the day, it's also something that grows. Like, I feel like one of the wisest things that I ever heard, it was actually a few months ago, and I told you about this, when we went to go see Sinners. It's like, dude was like, yo, you're going to have community with you, right? And sometimes you're going to have like 6 people. Sometimes you're going to lose 4.
Right.
Then you get 2 more. Then you lose those 3. So you're down to 1 now. Like, so like
sometimes it's going to be down to just you.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's also akin to what you said, where it's saying, yo, you still have to do the work regardless.
Yeah.
It's daunting. And honestly, sometimes, bro, I feel like I'll be going crazy doing it.
It's insane. Because sometimes like I'll be like, we'll do the stuff we do, and then it's like, is this even the right thing? Like, am I no one's like telling me like how to like maneuver through this like situation, and you're kind of just forced to like navigate it on your own. But whether you succeed, whether you fail, like you learn lessons from these experiences. And I failed a lot. There were,
you don't gotta tell me, bro.
But I had a whole like me personally, I had a whole like 5-year plan after graduating college on what I was gonna do, and most of that stuff didn't happen.
Out the window.
But plans change, and you learn to roll with the times. And there are gonna be some moments where you feel like a pop star. Other times you're gonna feel like a pariah.
Honestly, bro, I aim to not feel like a pop star. Real shit. I want to be as enigmatic as possible. Like,
I get that.
If people don't know, cool, bro. I don't want to be perceived, but also we had that conversation too, where it's like, nah, bro, you got to get more comfortable with being seen.
Yeah,
like,
dude. I understand that 100% because I love being behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I love not being perceived.
Yeah,
I love to just blend in with the crowd. But sometimes, like, and we talked about this too, like, even if we don't realize, there's someone always watching us.
True.
There is always going to be someone paying attention.
Yeah.
And whether that's for good or for ill,
like,
you're going to draw attention somewhere.
Yeah.
So you might as well embrace it. And it's a fine line too. You know what I mean? It's trying to like still reach out to people. And you were talking about social media a little bit before. I agree. Like, developing like some sort of like parasocial relationship with it is not healthy. And it doesn't yield like the actual tangible life experience you need. But it's a tool. And as long as you know what you're getting out of it at the end of the day, same thing with like anything. You could still maintain that balance of like staying an enigmatic figure, only showing what you want to show. And then saving like your real persona, your real like the real gritty you for like these one-on-one engagements. It's just showing people a glimpse of what they should actually look to, like what they should actually see.
And like for me, I'd be a conflict because I know that that's part of it, and I know that's doing the thing, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm also so entirely against snapshots.
Okay.
It's like only really getting a glimpse of something. Like at the end of the day, anything that you make that's created by you, I don't want to say content because I don't really aim to make content, but like any type of media that you do create, right? It is going to end up being viewed as a snapshot, whether you like it or not.
Of
right?
course.
But my thing with it is if I can kind of create the grounds where people can choose to interact with it as an entire piece of media, much rather than saying, hey, here's a snapshot, now y'all go get that.
Yeah.
I find that more, it feels more impactful for me. Because it's like, it's almost like forethought has to go into it.
So like elaborate on that a little more. Where does that like kind of come from?
So it's almost kind of like, instead of giving people a piece and saying, hey, you can get more of this, I would much rather be like, hey, here's the whole thing. If you want it, it's there for you. If you don't feel inclined to go to it, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, and I guess that goes into the enigmatic piece of it where it's like, I'm not creating things to kind of bait people in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really just want to just make the thing, put it out there, and have that be it.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I think my thing is like, because either way, it's still going to be a snapshot. It's still going to be interpreted by however the viewer sees it. And you could try your best to curate it as much as possible, but like as soon as it's out in the ether, it's like out of your control. Yeah. But I understand where that sentiment comes from. You want to make sure that you have like, what's the word? Like control of the narrative to some degree.
Some like, form of autonomy.
Intention. And I think the intention will show. Because you've put a lot of thought into it. You've been planning this shit for a while. So the intention is still going to be out there. But in somehow, some way, the interpretation is going to get misconstrued. the best you can really do is once that's out in the open,
Yeah.
is kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
And stick to your guns as to like what the intention was.
Damn, that's real.
Got to ponder that for a minute, huh?
Nah, yeah. I mean, bro, whenever we talk, you always hit me with some shit where I'm just like, damn, you right though.
I mean, it takes a lot to like. It takes a lot of experience to like learn that too.
And honestly, bro, I would genuinely say it's numbers, because I wouldn't even have expected to be in this type of sphere ever. You know, it's like, dude, my face is
Flippy.
Shit. The Flippy.
Shout out to Flippy.
Shout out to Flippy.
That's been my intrusive thought for the longest time. I have a flip phone.
But yeah, like the fact that I'm putting this out into the world and I'm actually seen.
Yeah.
Right? Like so much of my art is unseen. It's literally just like, okay,
unseen, unspoken.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And I'm now in a position where I can speak more and I can be seen more. I don't particularly love it all times, you know, like, because I was saying this to Daryl earlier, like this summer has felt like 1,000 years for me because I'm not used to being this social. Like,
I know what you mean.
Like, I'm constantly doing something, constantly talking to people, I'm constantly like at places, and it's taxing. It's taxing as fuck, bro. Like
when you speak to people, do you feel like you always have to have like a mask on kind of situation where it's like,
no,
okay,
and that's the good thing. Like for me, I've gotten through that phase.
Okay,
you know, and like you've seen me during that phase too, where it's like I have seen
the gradual trend.
Yeah, so like now,
I'm very proud of you for that, by the way.
Thank you, brother.
You've come such a long way, man.
I appreciate that, honestly, and same to you, because like, ask us 4 or 5 years ago. Lossless niggas, bro. We was.
I had no regard for my well-being. I make it sound like I'm a crash out. I wasn't.
Nah, but we were definitely going through it, and like it showed. Like we may not have been able to express it in that way then.
Yeah.
But like looking back at it, you could be like, damn, you know, I was really not doing good. Like I wasn't in a good mental space at that time.
Yeah.
So now, wheeling back. Socialization, being in the sphere, and like growing from it. I'm constantly growing, and I'm happy for it. But now we remember what you actually said, which is the mask. I don't really got to have the mask anymore because the people that I'm around know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and it's actually funny. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, I'm the type of person where once you like really know me, you either really fuck with me or you don't like me at all.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm really on two sides of polarity where it's like it is what it is, but I'm not at the point where I'm dimming my shine for people, you know what I mean? And like I'm fucking proud and I'm really happy about it, but I'm also learning to live in it. It's the same way that you said, it's like you're learning to take up space.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I used to never want to take up space.
I know.
So like
I no doubt you would.
it's we're learning lessons real time and we're adapting real time.
But I also say this to everybody too. Like I have the utmost respect for people who know their truth and live by their truth.
Real.
You know, I think anybody can like learn and grow, and you know that comes with experience. But you know, it's being more comfortable in your own skin, knowing you got something to say and not being afraid to say it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously don't be a dickhead. You know, obviously don't punch down on other people. But like if you're just here like trying to like bring your presence to the world, and you know, fuck anybody who disagrees with it. You know, like someone will listen. And you know, that goes back with like socialization. I think like a lot of people, myself included, forgot how to socialize after being cooped up in a house for like 6 months.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a lot of people who are still learning.
Yeah. And I think that also comes with like an unspoken trauma that came from that time too. Like being isolated, like you're getting hit with like end of the world back-to-back shit, and then you just move on like nothing happened.
Yeah.
You know, I don't, for the amount of collective trauma that I've heard and that I've been around, you know, from other people, that doesn't bode well, man. Like you gotta like take gradual steps and like be able to like be your authentic self, be vulnerable around other people.
Yeah.
Whether they fuck with it or not, that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, and where was I going with this?
I don't know. But it actually, I'm not gonna lie, it made me think of what I said previously. It's like the product of modern times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, isolation is a product of modern times. You know, where you don't know how to interact with people because people don't interact with each other.
Right.
Like, and I've admittedly said that, like, I'm a better person most times. I try to be a better person when I can.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I like helping people. I like saying hi to people. I like genuinely interacting with people.
Mm-hmm.
I interact with so many people who are just like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that shit, bro. Like, and in part, I think it is the environment that we're raised in. New Yorkers are typically pretty rugged.
Yeah.
But, like, it's also the fact that you're constantly bombarded with so much negativity in media.
Negativity, and then mixing, like, work culture. Like, we're breaking our fucking backs just to, like, you know, be able to fix our car up.
Literally, bro. So, like, it becomes so much harder to empathize with somebody else and, like, really be there to help them when you're kind of just stuck in that world that you've almost been forced to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I 100% agree.
It's also the same thing that I said to you a few months back, where it's like, you gotta take a break from that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I know you specifically, because you're like, yo, I want to help, I want to be here, I want to do this, I want to do this, but, like,
yeah, man,
when you do that shit, bro, your mind is only in it, you go crazy.
Yeah, I started taking it more to heart, like, over the last couple months, especially since that conversation, too, because it was just, like, bombardment after bombardment of, like, different, like, negative shit happening around the country, around the world, around the city. And, you know, it does us no good once, like, we're overwhelmed to that degree. The human mind can only take so much. There's actually, and I think we talked about this too, there's, like, a real phenomenon called compassion fatigue.
Yeah.
It's where you're just, like, you have the most heartbreaking, either graphically or visually heartbreaking shit just, like, thrusted in front of you, and you get that shock, and you get, you know, like, all your emotional capital is spent, like, on that one instance. And then the more you get exposed to it, the more, like, detached you become from it, the more normalized it becomes, and to a point where you're just, like, you know, mundane about it. You know, you don't perceive it otherwise. And I think that's true not just for, you know, like, you know, images of war or, like, anything. It's just, like, even, like, shocking headlines and everything like that too. Like, oh, this is what happened in the fucking White House today, or this is what, you know, the economy's doing shit. It's something like that. I think it's good to just, like, take a step outside of it, touch some fucking grass if there's grass around you.
I mean,
see the sunrise.
That's been me for the past week. I've been taking a lot of time to just get away from media, and that actually says a lot for somebody who isn't really on media like that.
Yeah.
But, like, the music that you're listening to, we've had this conversation.
These are, like, throwbacks to, like, a lot of other conversations.
Real shit. Like,
y'all are mad late to this conversation.
OD late, bro. And that's why I be saying, like, I be having these real conversations. Like, these are my real life friends. I real life fuck with these people. So, like, that's a tangent. But, like, just like food, like, you are what you eat. The music you're listening to, the TV that you're watching, all these different things, they factor into your mind, you know, and, like, you are what you consume. So if you're constantly just being bombarded, fucking shit posting, and, like, what's the fucking, I'm blanking on the word.
What, brain rot?
Brain rot, yeah, bro. Like, if you're constantly just being bombarded with that, then that's all your mind is going to be.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, if all you're seeing for interaction is people on social media and what they're doing, your basis for what's going on in actual real world scenarios are completely different.
Yeah, like, I stress media literacy to a high degree.
It's important.
And we talked about this shit.
It's important.
You know, I think it's important to stay informed, but, you know, ease yourself into, like, learning the information. And don't just trust some, like, I could be a fucking goofball.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
we could all be very wrong right now.
Yeah. And, like, if I'm talking about like the Tunisian financial crisis or some shit, that's my opinion. But you should also, if you're intrigued in the subject matter, you should look into other sources too.
Go learn.
And we talked about this too. You should look into what the other side is saying too, no matter how fucking ridiculous or like audacious it is, because that's what the other side is saying. And that other side, not trying to fear monger, not trying to get super fucking political, but like, they don't like us.
Real.
They don't like people who look like us. That's been explicitly clear.
True.
I think. And it's important to know like how the narrative is changing. It's a perpetual war on truth.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you on the front lines of that war can only do so much. And if you burn out and if you like collapse from it, if you have like a breakdown, that does nobody any favors. You got to keep yourself in check.
Yeah.
Because then pretty soon, like, you're decrepit, you're worn down, and these motherfuckers are still balling.
Still going, bro.
Still balling.
Still going. I mean, honestly, I emphasize the importance of having friends who have different views from you, bro. Because, for one, the ability to have a discussion with somebody that is a disagreement without kind of just arriving at the point of like, fuck you.
Yeah.
A skill in itself, bro. Entirely. Like, I don't gotta believe your politics. I don't gotta believe what you think. Blah, blah, blah. But, like, I should at least be able to have a rational back and forth with you where you understand my opinions.
Yeah.
I understand your opinions. And we accept that as being humans.
Yeah.
Like, once again, echo chambers are a real thing.
Echo chambers are real.
Very fucking real. And there are definitely opinions and ideas that I'm like, you know what, that's extreme. I can't really get with that. Like,
no,
your morals are off. But like, it's the same thing I said where you're just like, I can still see the humanity.
Yeah.
And maybe that's, I feel like I just view the world differently.
Well, that's a gift in and of itself, because the main point of like commodifying like tragedy and commodifying like the polarization, like, I never thought like public health would be political in my fucking life. Like, once COVID hit,
crazy.
I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Get vaccinated, like work towards a vaccination. Oh, get resources. That shit became politicized. Like, people are dying on the fucking streets, and you're making this a political topic. I never thought I'd see that in my life.
But also, what are the chances that? Well, actually, I would love to hear your opinion on this. When something turns to a commodity, doesn't it almost kind of become political?
Everything is political, in my opinion.
Real.
That's my personal interpretation. Like, even if you don't think you're political, politics will find you in some way.
True. So this actually, that throws me back, because I remember I had a conversation with my cousin when I was like 13 years old. He's like, yo, you follow politics? I was like, nah. I still don't really like follow politics. I think a lot of politics is bullshit.
Right.
It's real and it runs the world, but I think a lot of the ethics and the way that it's gone about, total bullshit. But that's a tangent to get back to the point. But my cousin, he's like, yo, you follow politics? I was like, nah, I don't really fuck with that. He's like, you should, bro. Politics is everything. I was just there like, trying to be a woke ass nigga. Like, I didn't say that when I was like 13, but like now I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, you woke ass nigga, bro.
I mean, bro, you were a kid. Like,
exactly, I'm a kid, bro. I'm worried about playing video games.
You worried about
and
the
like
Pokemons.
Literally, bro. Like, but the statement that he gave me at 13, I think back to it all the time. Like, it's true. Like, politics is literally every single part of our life.
Yeah.
Literally down to the building that you live in.
Yeah. Yo, like, I think people think politics is some like abstract fucking thing, or that it's like for the higher echelons of society, which is so bullshit. It's so bullshit. It's just literally going down to being a public servant and doing your goddamn job. And politics is everything. And when I say that, I'm not even talking about like City Hall. I'm not talking about the fucking White House even. I'm talking about just like going down to your block and just like having like a dispute with like some of your neighbors. It's like, I don't like you because X, and noise complaint, whatever. Engaging with people is politics. Politics is a reflection of human interaction. And whether that's to like organize in your building because the landlord like keeps turning off the electricity, or it's just like putting together a GoFundMe because your neighbor's dealing with cancer. Everything is under a political subtext. You know, not to like sound pretentious, but you know.
No, but you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I oftentimes I feel like that's one of the reasons that I shied away from politics for a very long time, because I felt like it was something that was so much more upper echelon.
Yeah.
That was beyond literally just me knowing my neighbors, talking to my neighbors, and being there to help my neighbors.
And they count on that. The people in power count on that shit, because for a long time it's been true. I mean, we were also just talking about like the death of community for a little bit, but that's just been happening for a minute, bro.
Yeah.
That's just been happening in New York, especially for a minute. Since like 80s, 90s, you know, like people were more tight knit, people were like more active, even just like with like trash down the street, you know, like people did something about it. And now it's like every man, woman, they, them for themselves. You know, I think we were talking about this. It's just getting back into the groove of like discovering what community is. You know, it's not the same New York we grew up in.
True.
It's not the same country we grew up in.
True.
So where do you find community? You got to start small. You know, and if this just reaches out to like one person, 2, 3 people, you did something. You started a community. Even if they're like miles and miles away in another state. That's where social media comes in. You make them feel like they have somewhere to belong to, even if it's intentionally.
So I love the idea of social media for creating communities that aren't physically accessible. Because like, in the same way that I say, like, view everybody's standpoint, there are some people who literally just don't have access to community. Disabilities, mental issues, finances, like stuff like that. So being able to create community in a way that involves those people, highly important. And sometimes that won't be physical. And that's why, like, I don't know. I'm learning, you know, and it's fun and exciting. It gives me headaches a lot of times, but like, it's fun and exciting. You feel me? And fucking Jose can even talk to this, bro. Like, he's seen the community grow from last summer. You get me? And
shit, even just last week when y'all were at my crib.
Literally, bro. And that's community in itself, because once again, we met people there that can come along on the journey and help in whatever ways they can. But also, another side of it is not just being one-sided. You also got to give back and help too. So like,
it's an ebb and flow of things. Sometimes your community's going to grow, sometimes it's going to dwindle. But, you know, it's at least trying. It's at least going out your way. And going back to empathy, like, it's not like some superpower you develop. It's built within us. It's built within our cultures, especially. You know, like community, and like if someone's like knocking on your door and they're starving, you sit them down at your table. You offer them a plate of food. You know, and do I think is that going to happen in an instant? No. It's learning. It's relearning that process. And something that growing up here, it's almost like they're trying to breed it out of you. You know, like generation after generation, it's, you know, every man for himself. It's, you know, I work for mine.
You know what? It's really funny though, because I see little glimpses of things that actually make me smile, bro. So the other day I was walking through Bed-Stuy, and like, you know how they having the cookouts on the stoops, right? Tell me how I seen like little white transplant girl just posted up on the stoops with the locals, like
chilling with the family.
Yeah, deadass, bro. And they were like giving her a plate, everything. And I was like, damn, bro, like,
that's crazy.
Like, and my opinions on transplants are my opinions on transplants. If you come in here and you actually trying to like preserve the culture and add to it, we want you. You're great.
100% approval.
Literally.
Seal of approval.
If you come in here just to live a lifestyle and then going back to bumfuck wherever the fuck you from, dead that shit. We don't want you. You're gonna come anyway, but like,
stay the fuck in Oklahoma.
Literally. And for me, that's like, I know community exists and I know it's still alive and well. It's just, when you don't know something, you have to find it. And like, I remember having a conversation with somebody where it's like it's fucked in the sense where in most cases, especially for Black and brown people, we have to find community.
Yeah.
Like we don't get the privilege of just having it available to us and being able to access it. We're gonna have to fucking travel to get to it, or we're gonna have to like go to this neighborhood or that neighborhood, or like know this person to get involved.
Yeah.
And sometimes like it can often be treated as though you're supposed to know everything. It's really not that simple. Like, especially when you're recognizing for the first time, like, yo, you know what? We don't have communities. Where can I go to find communities?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know this information. Okay, cool. That's good. And then that information opens up more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah. And another sobering thought to that regard too is that sometimes you're gonna find people who look like you that ain't like you.
Not kinfolk. Yo, fuck, one of the homies, he'd be like, skinfolk ain't kinfolk.
Nah.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, if we're still going back to like political shit, like that's by intention, that's by design.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to like prop up the most like harmless, most like phototelegenic, advertiser friendly, like crisp cut black, brown man, woman, whoever.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you think they're down with you, and meanwhile they're selling you and your family like up to some nice like private hedge fund or something you don't even know. And working in New York politics gets me tight for this regard. Okay? So like,
you've seen it all, bro.
I've seen it all in the brief time I've been in this shit. Like, it's people who look like you, talk like you, are from like the same blocks you've lived and breathed on your whole life, and the whole while they don't give a fuck about you. You know, they got their bag, and they will happily like push for like displacement. Like, you don't have to go far from here. Like, Willits Point is just like up a ways.
Yeah.
You know, that's like prime example. You're gonna build the soccer stadium there, and it's like you're only gonna host 17 games in the year. What about all the people you displaced? Like 20 years ago. That you promised, oh, we're gonna give you housing back.
All the people that have to find new jobs now because they're closing those warehouses.
Yeah, warehouses, body shops.
Yeah.
Like, and these are like mom and pop, like black and brown businesses, bro. Now, what's probably gonna be there? Like a fucking, or like a Whole Foods.
No. Yeah. If they build a Whole Foods over there, bro.
It's clear.
Like, this is the thing. Niggas don't know this, but Bland Houses is right across that like reservoir.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, you. And this is the thing that throws me off about Skyview too. Like, Skyview was built right next to the P's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're gonna build a soccer stadium. You're also gonna build a casino right next to the P's, and also a very low income neighborhood.
Yeah, and Coney Island too.
It makes no fucking sense to me.
And like, and the logic of it is like, well, this will generate more revenue, and then that'll trickle down to the rest of the community. But it's the same.
It's gonna stay within the same circle.
It's the same neoliberal song and dance we've been listening to for like 40, 50 years now. And once like that money does get generated, and it's like, well, okay, like when are we gonna get our cut? Oh, well, you know, that's a lot of money, and you know, like we're doing the best we can. You know, y'all are still living here. You already got what you need.
Bro, the shtick is literally affordable housing, bro.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, affordable housing within that like area is gonna be upwards of 100,000, just because there is a casino and a soccer stadium right next to it.
It's also another thing I don't subscribe to, that we're in a housing crisis.
No,
because there is like, you don't gotta go far, like down yonder, like
there's got like so many unoccupied houses, vacant houses
in the thousands across the city, bro, just warehoused, or they're market rate and no one can afford to live there. Or even if you got like NYCHA apartments, because they're run down, they're not kept up, and you know, NYCHA's got its own like corruption scandals and everything of the sort. It's just a massively dysfunctional system when the real root of the issue is affordability. Nobody can afford to fucking live here.
True.
Not unless you're some like software engineer making $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
And that's who it's marketed to. That's who it's going to be perpetually marketed to.
Yeah.
You know, until like we're cast out or the system collapses in on itself.
I'm betting on the collapse before the cast out.
Oh, me too, bro.
Yeah.
With how shit is going right now, yeah, me too.
Oh man, I be saying like I'm not ready for shit to go to shit.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for shit to go to shit.
Yeah.
And the very haunting part about it is that a lot of people aren't.
No, I think people think poverty is just like people still perceive poverty as pull yourself up by the bootstraps, and you'll be alright. And poverty is violence.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
It's when you can't even afford like a piece of bread, and you're starving, and you got kids to worry about. But the most you could scrunch up is like a couple grains of rice and some coffee.
Yeah.
You're gonna do anything you can just to like get nourished by the next day, And people, I think it's been a while since New York has experienced that level of desperation, because we have before.
Mm-hmm.
We have before, like 40 years ago when this shit was like Fear City.
Yeah.
And we might be going back to that again.
Yeah.
It's almost guaranteed we're gonna go back to that again. And it's poverty like reduction is violence reduction. It's harm reduction.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay on politics for a minute, aren't we? But it goes back to like shit like bail reform. I was like, being there when it got dropped in like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
And people are already going off like, well, this is gonna start a crime spree, and look, it's already happening, and it's just literally like one fucking headline on the New York Post, misstrewn out of context. Bail reform is actually anti-poverty legislation.
True.
It's when like you get accused of something, you're not even like proposed guilty, right? You're like they just said, oh well, you hopped the fare, now you got to go to Rikers, and people die from this sort of shit. You're killing people when you don't introduce this kind of legislation. It's just meant to like make sure like, okay, you got accused of X like felony, misdemeanor, whatever, but you can't afford like. You can't afford the bail. All right, you get out. All right, make sure you come back before your trial. You're not even sentenced. You're not even incarcerated. You're just detained. And people view that as like some sort of anathema to, society.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that most people think that most criminals or most people in prison are violent criminals.
Yeah,
it's not the case.
It is not the case.
It's not the case.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on statistics, especially, but a lot of crime is just caused from desperation.
Yeah.
And bro, crime, like New York is one of the safest places in the country.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Some areas still sketch. Is it still? Are you gonna have like a lot of sketch moments?
And honestly, not. It's funny that you say that, because the likelihood of you getting into some shit in New York very low unless you're like really just in the wrong places.
Yeah.
Insanely stupid or insanely stupid.
Unless you grow up in those high propensity areas, why the fuck you there?
You're not. Yeah, bro. Because I've definitely seen my fair share of shit.
Yeah.
And most of it was unwarranted or a case of a misunderstanding.
Right.
But funny story, one of my coworkers actually told me where it's like she knew somebody who just thought that anytime that you go outside in New York City, you could just get stabbed. Yeah. Which yes, anywhere you go outside, at any place, you could get stabbed, right? Yeah. But what's the correlation between, you just live in a densely populated city, so there's more likelihood that something could be perpetuated against you?
Yeah.
Or the actual instance of it just happening?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't predict what was gonna going out your house every day is a gamble. Just
exactly.
Doing shit in your house is a gamble.
Literally, bro.
And I think people
hard angle, bro. That's hard as fuck. Yo, Daryl is going crazy right now.
I was catching him with the side eye too. He's going maneuvering different ways. The aftershot's gonna be sick.
Sorry about that.
No, it's also keep in mind there are significantly other violent cities with significantly lower populations of
Yeah.
people, like 300,000, 150,000,
Yeah.
and like murder and
Yeah.
like.
I mean, I
robbery goes
told
through
this
the roof.
to somebody the other day. I was like, Buffalo's the murder capital.
Of New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Before that was Rochester.
And you would think that it would be New York City, but no, it's in less populated places.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, people's conception of just danger and crime in New York. Like, yes, there's crime, but like,
there's crime everywhere.
There's crime everywhere. The fact that you think that it could be against you specifically in a city filled with, what is it, like 18 million people at this point? 19 million? 18?
Yeah.
One of those two numbers.
8 million. Yeah, like eight some odd million.
8?
Yeah.
Why'd I say 18, bro?
It feels like 18.
It's an overcrowded server. It's
Yeah.
too many people.
Yeah, it's about
too many people, bro. But like, the fact that you think that could be you.
Yeah. Like, unless you did something like piss off like the fucking mob or something, like, if you know you're going to be a target, then like, just go to work, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, most people literally are just going to work and then going home, like just doing their day-to-day shit.
You're going to have like your fair share of bullshit. That's what happens when you're in a densely populated area and like you're going through everybody going through a rough time. Everyone's pockets are hurting.
Yeah.
That shit is bound to happen. But another thing too is like a lot of like violent cities are actually like in Republican-led areas.
True.
Like red states where they have like lax gun laws and like an already endemic poverty problem.
Yeah.
It's just room for disaster. And this goes back to like the natural selection mentality I've been talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, you don't even have to, like, even just the fact that you have to like watch how you maneuver when you like step out your door. You can't go to certain areas because you're connected with so-and-so, like because you happen to be so-and-so's cousin. And now you got to keep your head on a swivel just for like walking out your door. You know, no one should have to think that way. In the richest country on the planet, no one should have to think that way.
Second.
Yeah. Well, now second. Now second. We kind of fumbled the bag a little bit. The country's credit rating is actually going down.
Like I said, man, is it a bag to be proud of?
No.
Exactly.
It is not a bag to be proud of at all.
But
anyway, I'm digressing.
We've gone on for too long spitting shit, bro.
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to get y'all like blacklisted.
Nah, bro. Honestly, I feel like since the video that I did with Lauren, where I was like, "Yo, we know what you be doing, YouTube," I may have or may not have been blacklisted already.
I did peep that one too.
So I may have to watch what I say on here, but also I don't get monetized, so I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he talking about?
But like, yeah, nah, bro. You can't go spitting too much on the World Wide Web.
Nah.
They will find you. They will find you.
Yeah. No. And I think that goes back a little bit towards like our conversation before too. Like, someone is always watching. Yeah. You're always going to get perceived somehow, even whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a fact I've accepted. You know, I've like just experienced so much in my own life and like have witnessed so much that happened to other people I've come to know and love that, you know, like, I got nothing to lose by saying what I say.
Yeah.
You know, like we're always like a sling away from endemic poverty. We're always like being pushed on the edge just to make sure we make it the next day. And when that happens, when the rug is like taken out from under you, what else have you got to lose?
Nothing.
You know?
I mean, but, and you see, like, this is the thing that I'd be in conflict with, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, this is the thing why I said I have a lot of conversations with people. My conversations oftentimes scare people because I recognize that that's a reality.
Yeah.
And it's a reality that we're like almost kind of barreling towards, like late stage snowball.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You get me? Like this shit is not stopping at this point, right?
No.
So for me, it's a matter of enjoying it while we still have it. One.
Yeah.
But two, also not letting it get to my head where it's like, yo, you know what, bro? Any of this shit can be gone
tomorrow.
Fuck tomorrow, bro. By this afternoon.
Yo.
You get what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I agree.
And like I said, it's a pill that a lot of people aren't ready to swallow yet.
No, and And again, we were talking about this before too. It's, before, like, 2008, when like the last big dip happened, we were distracted by like a lot of like commodities, like a lot of consumer goods. Like, okay, like my father's having a hard time finding a job, but this like Pokemon Sapphire just came out.
We got
like,
Chia Pets.
Chia Pets came out. What's that other one? Animal Kingdom or some shit.
The fucking magnetic ball thing.
Beyblades
Yeah,
and like other shit.
I rock with Beyblades though.
Yeah.
I can't even lie, bro.
Beyblades is my entire childhood.
But also like, see, and this is the thing, because I won't ever glorify just mass production or mindless commodities.
Right.
But the thing is, we're back at that point.
Yeah.
And it's not even like the commodities are good.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, everything is cheaply made at this point.
Yeah.
It's just bullshit just to like sell to people just so that they're pacified.
It's by design.
Exactly. I feel like at least back then the shit had some like taste to it. It was like kind of quality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Meanwhile, now, because of how like society has progressed, everything is designed around instant gratification.
Oh yeah.
Like even like the phone I'm using, like 5 years ago, that was the shit. And, it was good for all of the year until the battery started getting depleting. Now I got to go get another one.
Yeah.
And
bro, no, yo, I showed Jose the photo of my iPhone 11, bro.
Yeah.
That shit damn near exploded under my bed, bro. I had a bomb underneath my bed.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, bro. Like, so I got like a container where I keep like old shit underneath my bed. So
right.
It was in there. I went in there to put something in it. I see like the fucking screen flipped over. I'm like, yo.
Oh, now I'm fucking scared. I gotta keep this shit away from me.
What the fuck is happening to my phone, right? So I see it, and it's literally just a whole inflated battery underneath my bed, bro. And I'm like, yo, this shit really could have just blew up at any fucking moment.
You had a lot of close calls going on.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Bro, yeah, damn, bro. This
crazy.
Summer has been filled with a lot of close calls.
What the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
Nah.
I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah. Every day with you is a blessing, my man.
Every day is a blessing, brother. Like, jeez, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
Don't take this life shit for granted.
No.
That's why we at the beach right now.
Yo, like if you wake up at 5 a.m. for some reason, enjoy the sunrise. Definitely just like be present. Even if you live in like the most compact place on the planet, look up at the sky, look up at the stars. If you got stars around you, find what you can to be present. And it's hard. It's a discipline sometimes. It's you really have to go out your way, and like we were talking about again.
As somebody who is closer to it, than a lot of people that I know, it's still very difficult. So, like, I empathize with the fact that a lot of people just they can't do it, bro.
No.
It's,
like, I know people who haven't even left, like, our block, like, the block I grew up on for, like, years. Some people don't even live in Brooklyn. Like, for them, here, it's like travel abroad.
I mean, I had, it was with Julian and Miles. Shout out Julian and Miles, by the way.
Shout out the homies.
I was like, because they're from Houston. So I was
they're
like,
from Houston?
They're from Houston, yeah.
Oh, damn, I thought they were from here for the longest.
So what happened was, I was like, yeah, bro, there's heads that I know who don't leave Flushing.
Yeah.
Like, and like the idea that townies exist in New York City is kind of crazy, but like there's real life townies here. Like they don't leave their neighborhood, they don't leave their borough.
They're out there, yeah.
And for me, it's a wild idea because the world is so much larger. And like, yeah, you can get anything that you want in your borough type shit. Like, for me, I really don't try to leave Queens unless I really got to.
Right.
I'm all city except for Staten, but like,
I do my utmost to avoid Manhattan.
If I can figure out how to get something that I like actually need without having to go to the city, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
If I gotta go to the city, like I go to the city to fucking chill with Jose all the time. Shout out FT. Skirt.
Factory tomorrow.
Skirt. But like the idea that the world is larger than we actually think it is something that's not ingrained in our brains.
No.
The idea that we have beautiful things literally at our fingertips.
Yeah.
Like, bro, sand, like in New York City.
Sand, waves crashing on the rocks.
The water is nasty as shit, but like
it's dirty as fuck.
We here, you feel me? Like,
you know, stillness, sand. You know,
you can literally just come here and listen to the waves.
Yeah,
and those are the real things in life,
right?
You know, like people always talk about like the tangibles, the things that you can like get, hold, blah blah blah. But like at the end of your time, the things that really matter are the memories.
Yeah.
Right. So like, the things that brought you joy, the things that really brought you calmness, those are what you're going to take with you.
Yeah.
Not the Labubu that you bought.
Yo, I never understood those shits either. I was like, what the fuck is Labubu even about?
They got heads buying hats for their Labubus and shit, like clothes for Labubus. Yo, Jose, did you ever tell Crystal to make clothes for Labubus?
I told you about
Yeah, she going to be on that?
Honestly, make your money.
Make the bread, bro.
Make your fucking bread.
Get your capital. And no knock to the heads who are capitalizing on it, but I still think it's a dumb trend.
It's just a trend, though, yeah. And it's, you know, it's not something that you can, like, actually sustain off of. It's just a passing fad. Mm-hmm. And that's what drives a lot of our commodities nowadays.
Yeah.
And pretty soon you're going to arrive at a point, this is where I was getting at originally, you're going to arrive at a point where no one can afford these commodities anymore.
Yeah.
And then once, like, they don't have enough bread and circuses going on, people are going to start to pay attention, whether you like it or not. Yep. And someone's going to do something about something. You know, however that shapes up to be. And whether that, you're going to, like, even right now, like, people are talking about, like, unionizing. Like, there's more push for labor unions around the country, even with a government that is not friendly to it.
Yeah.
And there was, like, some study that people keep, like, floating about that you need, like, 3.5% of a population to be unruly, to be unrestful. And, you know, that already, like, derails, like, any sort of initiative.
Wait, 3.5?
3.5% of a population.
That's not very many people.
It's not many people, but in a country of, like, 300-odd million, that's, like, you got... I'm not mathematically literate, but I'm going to assume that's, like, you just need 1-odd million people to do it.
Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and... there you go.
Damn, we could really get shit jumping, low key.
Yeah, I mean that's what the city.
But also that like requires a million some odd people to be on the same page.
You're never gonna get.
You're never gonna get that,
and
you're never gonna get that.
And I was talking about this with like your collective business too, right? Like you're always gonna have like once you make it a group effort, there's going to be a lot of chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, and it's either just coming to a consensus or executive decision making.
Yeah.
And sometimes people aren't going to agree with it, so now it's coming full circle. You know, it's you want to take it a certain direction, and you go that certain direction. It either ends up successful or it ends up like not working out. But you take lessons from it, and you keep trying. You learn from those lessons, and eventually, like you'll start to build enough of an impact where like more and more people will get intrigued, more and more people will join you. You know, you're not always going to be in lockstep with everybody.
No.
And you can't please everybody either.
No.
And this goes for anything. I'm not even talking about like making like a change or whatever. Just like in anything that you do in life.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, it can't always just be a party of one. Because if no one knows what you're on about, how are they going to support you?
That's true. I mean, I had to learn that the hard way though.
What you learned?
That is true. I mean, shit. I feel like I had that conversation with Daryl where I was like, yo, I was thinking about making community, but I didn't want to tell anybody that I was trying to make community. Right? Like,
which is like,
but that, I'm weird like that, bro. You get me? Like,
that's not weird, bro.
But when you do let people know, then they can actually take part of it and help the way that they need to, you know?
And it comes with vulnerability, you know? It's being able to like show like that side of yourself, and it's you're an art, bro. Like you're focusing on like different mediums of art. That is an extension of yourself. That is like displaying yourself for all to see.
Yeah.
You know, that's a vulnerable part of you. That's an intimate part of you.
Yeah.
And it's not going to feel comfortable a lot. That's what makes art. It's uncomfortable. It's in your face.
True.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't lie. I have great feelings about this year. You know, like,
Okay.
because this goes back and forth, and like I said, bro, I be thinking I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Most days. Like,
I feel that way on the daily.
just but you know, if I feel like I'm crazy, I feel like I know that I'm doing something good.
Yeah.
You know, like, this year I've made so many strides that are like towards growth and progression.
Yeah.
That I'm not mad.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I've progressed as a person. I've progressed within my personal relationships. I've progressed within my art. I've progressed within all these different things.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, this year is successful for me, no matter how it gets sliced down. My thing is, I just want to not keep it going because that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
But I do want to recognize it for what it is. Boom. And then recognize where I can go from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't expect anything to be forever. Like, that's not the nature of life. Like, nothing.
Right.
Just like how plants die, humans die, all these different living organisms die.
Yeah.
Ideas die. You know what I mean? Like, versions of yourself die. So, like, and YouTube is probably going to get at me for saying DIE.
DIE.
So many fucking times.
Yeah.
Fuck YouTube.
Things get unalived or.
Yeah, you got to say unalived. Yeah.
So stupid. Bro.
We might have to censor that "fuck YouTube" part.
Yeah.
You know.
I did throw around a lot of F-bombs. So y'all might have to fix that in post.
I don't. Like I said, man, at the end of the day, this isn't content. This is like
it's just
a
real
conversation between us, and we just happen to have the homies with us and a camera rolling. But that's also one of the reasons why it feels so authentic.
Right.
You know, like, so many times people are like, yo, bro, like, the shit that you're doing, it feels real, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's because so much shit now is censored, and so many things can't be said because then you get demonetized, or you offend somebody, or, like, bro, we lost the plot to real humanness. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out the surfing group celebrating right now. You feel me?
Yeah, I cannot surf for my life. But respect to the kids.
You know, I mean, you could get there though.
I could.
You just gotta have intention.
Do I want to? Do I want to be in this water right now? I'm not.
Nah,
I'm not quite sure.
But that's the next big part. It's like, a lot of people will be like, yo, the barrier is that I can't do it. It's like, no, it's not that you can't do it. You just don't want to.
Yeah, it's a lack of will.
It's a lack of will. Once you frame it like that, then your frame for everything else in your life changes.
Yeah.
You know? So.
And it's really just like controlling what you can.
Yeah.
And okay, we're going back. It's going back to some earlier conversations today. It's controlling what you can. In the midst of like overwhelming odds, what feels like overwhelming odds. You can't control tariffs, like fucking up your grocery shopping, but you can like step outside. You can like find go to your parents' house and like get food from them, like get some level of support. If you can't do that, find something else that's within your control. It's a constant discipline of like knowing what you can take ownership of, what you have autonomy over, and acting on that. What do you feel most compelled to do, and is there a will to do it? If not, why not? And if not that, then what else can you do? What else gives you fulfillment?
Yeah, wise man right here.
I'll try, man. I gotta listen to my own advice.
What's that?
I gotta listen to my own advice.
Hey, bro, fucking Kian, fucking Elucid Bar. I be knowing better, but ain't done it yet. Kian knows what's up with that shit.
That's worse to live by.
Yeah, shout out Kian too. Big Arm & Hammer fan. Shout out my guy. I don't know if they're gonna walk through or not, but okay.
Yeah. Second time.
What are they? That has to be yours. Julio has his.
Yeah, I got mine right here. That's gotta be yours.
I didn't drink water.
Huh?
I didn't drink water.
I gave
Sure
you
you
that
didn't?
But I didn't drink the water.
But I gave you the pop.
But I don't think I drank
to.
it.
You had to.
She didn't just take a sip.
I think I remember.
Bro, you're the only one with that water bottle.
Nah, but I would have remembered when I took a sip. I can't recall the memory of me opening the bottle, cracking the seal on it, and drinking it.
Yeah, from a sealed... What?
Condensation. Evaporation.
Yeah.
I learned that in earth science. What are you fucking doing, bro? No, that's how you're gonna turn it. That's how you turn your water into soup, bro. That's hot sand.
Yeah, nah, that's gonna boil your water, bro.
Nah, you right. I forgot.
You
Same
want
conducting
some
heat
culture
crazy.
out of a
Huh?
bottle? You want some culture out of a bottle, bro?
Bro. Bro.
Microplastics on culture. Yeah.
Chill, don't talk about... Oh. Nah, don't mind me. It's just a dog.
We're letting Daryl and some thoughts get into our conversation.
Bro. Old dogs should be looked at.
Yeah, what we had on time?
We got an hour and 5.
Whoa.
That was an hour and 5 minutes.
An hour and 5 minutes, bro.
What the fuck?
Yo, I be telling people, like, this shit flies. Like,
Yeah.
because, you know, it's just conversation.
And we were just shooting the shit.
You just shoot this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You kind of hit all the demonetization algorithms. We got political. And,
yeah, bro. I am not seeing any money off this shit.
Yeah.
But it's giving some. It's giving people something to see.
Bro. If I want to see money off of this, I'm gonna have to change the format of the platform.
Yeah. We could talk about what's something we can talk about? We can talk about Labubu's.
Yeah, we gotta talk about what's popular.
Nah, that don't matter.
That don't matter.
That don't matter. This is important.
This is important, bro. I gotta make a Patreon.
You gotta make a Patreon. Wait, weren't we talking about this too? Like, you don't have like a Patreon. Like, you got a Substack.
You have a Substack.
I do have a Substack.
I don't have a Substack.
You don't.
What is this big ass? This is a big ass rock.
Yeah, I got a big ass rock myself.
Sand. Never mind.
Yeah.
My intrusive thoughts are winning.
Yeah. Cleanse.
Support me on my Patreon.
You don't have a Patreon.
I don't have a Patreon. I should make a Patreon.
Yeah, go out, make a Patreon, bro.
Yeah. Who would subscribe to it though?
Real?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, buy me a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Donate.
Yeah. Real motherfuckers.
Yeah, we love donations. We love donations. But also have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
I love conversations.
I love shooting the shit myself.
Yeah,
so.
bro. Contrary to what people think, I'm a lot easier to talk to than we might think. I might have a lot of extreme ideas, but Daryl knows my extreme ideas. That's why he laughed.
I don't even. Do I have extreme ideas?
You definitely have extreme ideas. I feel like everybody that I know has extreme ideas.
I'm a nice person.
Bro, you work within the political sphere. You have to have some form of extreme idea.
I mean, it's my First Amendment right. It's my constitutional right.
You're not lying, bro.
Oh.
What's up? We got to discuss it.
That's for the part 2.
That's for the part 2, bro.
Yeah,
part 2 on your rooftop.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah,
I don't know when it's gonna happen, but we can make it happen.
Once you're done with the Queen saga, you can come over to Brooklyn,
bro. I've figured it out. Yo, no, cause yo, anytime I say I figured it out, bro, I think about that Blueface freestyle where he's like, "Damn, I got it all figured out."
I understand it now.
But so I don't have the bandwidth to fully put my attention to this project like I need to.
Okay.
Because I know that there's something here, and I know that there's a lot of things that do need to get fixed, and there's a lot of things that can be done better. But I got so much other shit going on that I don't have time to really sit down and put the ideas into practice.
Yeah, but you're still giving it the time of day.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like that's the most bandwidth that I have for it, though. It's like give it the time of the day, do the edits, put it out. But I feel like after the schedule clears up a little bit, I'm gonna meet with my producer, Daryl. You feel me? Yo, he's gotten like you. Oh, of course.
Also, you're just talking about him like intangibly, like he isn't behind the camera.
I mean, he obviously I gotta point towards him. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yes, he is friend before producer. By the way, that's the homie right there. But
No.
I gotta speak with my friend and producer Daryl, figure out how we can move forward with it, make the work more condensed. You know?
Yeah, I mean, just giving it like the time of day and love is like enough right now.
Yeah.
You know, and there's always room to improve. There's always like some you can like, update or like cut back on. But like, if you don't got the bandwidth for it right now, at least like you're making the effort.
Yeah.
You know, you're just keeping it alive, right?
That's the least you can do sometimes.
Yeah. Like there are projects I want to do. I haven't like given even like remotely the time of day or remotely an active thought. But I should.
Yeah.
You know, and I always encourage people like get into like a medium of art. You know, whatever it comes out to. I don't got an eye for photography. I don't have the hand-eye coordination for any of that shit, but I can write, and I like to vent. So, I use poetry as like a medium, actually.
Let my man's words be immortalized in the physical.
Sometimes I'll be going on some crazy shit, so maybe not immortalized, but you can fix it in post.
Yeah, I will see this man, because Daryl knows that he dropped some crazy shit. Jose knows that he dropped some crazy shit.
Which you're not going to talk about either?
Huh? Not yet. I don't talk about my projects prematurely.
Mysterious motherfucker. I respect it.
Y'all will know within the next video or two, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You got a plan?
Yeah, bro. Because you also know this about me too. I don't talk on things until they're like concrete and done.
Until they're realized.
Yeah, like I don't like doing that shit because
I see you.
Too many. I'm gonna shut up, bro.
They're not ready for that conversation.
Yeah, bro. I'm on my shaman shit. I'll be on my shaman shit sometimes.
On shaman shit.
Like, yeah, nah. I can't have that conversation.
It's so unrelated, but like when we were watching Sinners, you remember that scene when like ghosts of spirits of past and future are all together. I've been like picking that up a lot more recently.
Yeah.
I never even considered to think about it. Yeah. Like, just like yesterday, like after like my work thing was done, like I was hyped because we were at a spot and they had Domino's. I have not seen Domino's on American soil in an eating establishment in my fucking life. Yeah. Growing up here. Unless you went to like a Dominican spot, unless you went to like a Jamaican family spot. Yeah. Like,
for those who might not be in tune, when we saying Domino's, we talking the game, we talking bones, all right? We're not talking no Domino's pizza.
No. I mean, Domino's came in clutch in my college years.
Oh, OD. But sorry about that.
Just even having like such an integral part of like my childhood and my culture, it was like, that shit was everything.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even need drinks, I didn't need nothing. I just had that, and I felt like, I felt immersed. I felt like intrinsically in tune with like an ancestral timing. I don't know how you can explain that, but I've been clocking more moments like those, and
C4 energy drink.
Oh, don't drink those.
Don't drink those.
Do not drink those.
We're going to blur that out the background. That's not free. Actually, no free promo.
Yeah, that's a trigger warning.
No free promo. No free promo.
Not unless you want a heart attack at 23. Don't do that.
But, yeah, nah. I mean, I be saying it all the time, bro. If you have what you need, you don't need anything else, right? Yeah. So if you are really in good spirits and you really feel connected to yourself and your past, present, your future, you don't really need to be in a spot worry about like whether you eating a bunch of food or like whether you got drinks or whether you smoking or not, right? Yeah. Like, but it's all that becomes secondary once you're really sustained within your own life.
Yeah, I did give up smoking though. So
how's that going for you?
Honestly, bro, pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I have pouches and stuff like give me for like to wean off.
Yeah.
Little by little.
You do like gum or
no, like pouches upper lip. Yeah, I'm a zinner now. I'm not proud of it. I've never been proud to be a nicotine fiend.
Yeah,
but I've come a long way. It's been 3 weeks.
Damn, man.
And honestly, like I feel a lot better for it. I'm breathing much better.
Yeah.
I could like go on longer walks.
Proud of you.
Yeah, like when I smoked cigarettes in high school,
yeah.
and I just did it for like the gratification. I thought my life was such a fucking drag. And and then I went to Europe. I traveled a bit, and Europe is just one giant ashtray, cigarette butts
Europe
everywhere.
is one large cigarette.
Yeah, time of my life, time of my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever go to Greece, make sure you have somewhere with a balcony. I will never encourage people to like consume into appetites, but if you do, balcony with the view of the Mediterranean,
Ooh,
you've lived.
this man has lived life.
Yeah, I wasn't even like 21 yet. That's actually
Man
crazy.
has lived life, bro.
Which is also why I'm like not. Which was why I wasn't also eager to just like get up out of New York.
Yeah.
Because I've already like I've seen a lot already.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot about myself just like going out, like outside of the country.
Yeah.
Just going outside of myself. And I encourage that for everybody. If you have the opportunity, just like go out there. Even if it's like fucking Mongolia or something.
Yeah.
Bro. Like enjoy the glaciers. Like enjoy horseback riding. Do something you haven't done before. You might not like it, but you learn. And you learn a lot more about yourself, like being outside of like the bubble you grew up in your whole life. I'm very grateful for that. I hope other people have that same opportunity too.
I mean, in all my travels, there's nowhere that I am mad that I traveled to.
No.
Right? Like, I've definitely had less than pleasurable experiences in certain places.
Definitely.
But the beauty that came with it, or the lessons that I learned, were always, they come with me. Like, they're always with me. I always think back to when we went to Cali, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, first time ever seeing the Pacific. I was just like,
whoa. It's like you're looking at the end of the earth.
Literally, bro. Like, and yeah, you kind of get it here, but it's different. It's different there.
It's different here. You're used to this shit.
Yeah, but it's wild because the first time that I saw it here, I wasn't just like, wow, the world is bigger. You get me?
No, exactly.
But I guess it's just because like I live here, so I already know what the world is here.
And it's still a little confined.
Yeah.
It's still tailored to your experience here.
Yeah.
But like looking at the desert sky, for example, like just a biome you've never even like been accustomed to.
Bro, I've never seen that many stars in my life.
No, me neither, bro.
That shit was crazy.
Like you could deadass see like other like galaxies far, far away. You didn't even need to
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit was so many stars that it looked like a wallpaper.
It was a Van Gogh painting.
I was literally just like, yo, there's no way that this is the sky right now. This is like somebody's desktop screen. Like,
yo, that's how I felt when we were at the Pacific Highway, bro.
Crazy,
I was like,
bro.
Damn, we are in what's that?
It's Windows.
Yeah, but
yeah.
What's that? Cupertino. I felt like I was in Cupertino, bro.
Oh man. Yeah, nah, bro. Go explore the world. It's a great place.
Yeah, man. Even like if you're able to explore different parts of the country, shit is ass right now.
But that is actually a really underrated like statement, because America is actually a really beautiful country. Like there are so many different landscapes and environments and just temperatures that you can go through within the 50 states.
Yeah.
Go explore the U.S. if you can't travel outside the country. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we're still on the topic, what's in your travels? Where's the place like you've appreciated the most in terms of traveling, where you learn a little bit more about yourself, or like
you can't have that conversation right now.
Okay. My fault, bro.
You can't have that.
Yeah,
because that would mean that I've alluded to it twice and I haven't told the story. So then I would have to tell the story.
Oh no, you got it. You got it.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Daryl knows. Jose knows.
Yeah.
Y'all don't get that story yet.
That's part of the lore. You gotta.
That's part of the lore.
You gotta subscribe to Patreon.
Exactly.
Make a Patreon.
Subscribe to the Patreon. Exactly. No, that story is literally just for like friends and like.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
But aside from that, probably Cali. Like Cali, I can't stand California, but California is one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
Let me change the phrasing for that. I can't stand LA, but California is one of my favorite places. Yeah.
LA politics is just a different one.
LA politics is different, bro.
The people of Los Angeles are beautiful
different,
ass
bro.
people, like real people.
But not
Beverly Hills.
The air in California is just LA. Let me not talk about California as a whole. The air in LA, fucking wild, bro. Because tell me not, by the end of that week, we were damn near all at each other's necks. We low key wanted to fucking fight. Like,
San Francisco felt like a vacation from
Vacation, bro. Literally, it was like everything was calm, everything was cool, bro. LA,
You tapped into the atmosphere.
nah, I was ready to fight somebody in LA.
LA is not a joke, bro.
It's not a fucking joke.
I got
bro.
mad respect for LA. It's just not the city for me.
Not for me, bro. But Arizona is a beautiful place. I love Arizona. I love Maine. Maine was fucking crazy. Bro.
I need to go to Maine in like the summer. I've only been in like the winter and it's like cold as fuck.
Actually, I went like around when it was winter and it was actually kind of fire. But like,
I bet
the experience looking at the Atlantic from there,
yeah,
very different from the experience looking at the Atlantic here.
Yeah, because that's north.
That's like the edge of the U.S. Like,
that's
But yeah, I would definitely want to travel outside the country more. Like, I want to go to Jamaica, bro. Never been to Jamaica.
You've never been to Jamaica? Oh, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a very insightful trip for you.
Oh, super. And
you connect to your roots too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, I'd say in recent memory, the most like impactful trip I had was like in Puerto Rico.
Nice. Where'd you go?
So I was in San Juan, but like we traveled up and down the island
for
like a week, and we just mostly hit like local spots too.
Sick.
Yeah, that's also where I got this necklace from Taino San.
Tough.
Yeah, part of the culture.
Yeah.
But like just talking to people, like feeling like it's not my home, but like it's family. Still, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Like similar cultures, similar like history, shared history.
I've heard that a lot about Caribbean countries is where it's very welcoming, it's very like familial.
Yeah.
Where it's like even if you aren't from there, if you're still approaching with the proper energy, like people are very easy to welcome you.
Yeah, and like I think Puerto Rico is like unrecognizable from the hurricane that hit there. And I was talking with even some extended family members that live over there about like how everything changed, and like people still haven't even like perceived that trauma yet. And it's still like an ongoing constant trauma. And like just talking to people about those experiences was honestly just like, let me not say eye-opening, because I stayed tuned in for like a long time, for years. But having like feeling it and seeing it, but still feeling the resilience and joy in people, that should move me. That should honestly move me. I
don't know. I feel like the thing that traveling outside the country gives you is that you realize that the world is actually very different for a lot of other people.
Oh yeah.
And like, again, echo chambers, bubbles. We do live a very fortunate life within the U.S. There are people who don't live very fortunate lives in the U.S., but for a decent amount of people here, they are living better than, like, significantly better than a lot of other people.
Yeah, and that's objectively true.
So, like, once you go to other places and you recognize that, it's kind of like, damn, it's easier to be grateful because, like, you see people with way less than you, and they're grateful.
Yeah.
And they're just happy, happier than people who have everything that they'd say that they need,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Oh shit, my rock. I agree.
Rock.
I agree with that sentiment too. I think like that also fuels me because it's like I know I'm coming from a point of privilege, and however way you dice it, I'm a man in like what's a man's world. I'm like lighter skinned, so there's like preference that it's arbitrary as fuck, but it exists, and I'm like I grew up in a blue collar middle class like environment. That's more than I can say for a lot of people I know, like both in the DR and other places, but I try and use the privilege I do have to like uplift others. And I think that's the best anyone can really do. Using your privilege to like uplift where you can.
Real.
If there's any takeaway from that, it's like do your part. If you don't know what your part is, find it. It doesn't matter how like the scale of it. If it's small, if it's a big impact, try your best.
So, doing your part, knowing your role.
Knowing your role.
Because that's the thing, like, sometimes we'll think that our role is, like, over magnified than it actually is. Sometimes your
Oh,
role
yeah.
really is to just chill out in the background.
No,
Yeah,
play your
like-
position, bro.
Yeah, like, but it's also knowing when you can have that more. Like my brother actually said it in the conversation that we had, the first one. He was like, "Yo, sometimes you gonna be, sometimes you're gonna have to come back, and like that's okay. Like it doesn't make you any less them. You know what I'm saying? So like, at the end of the day, when you know your role, when you know what you're actually doing, and like you're confident and you're like built into it, there can really only be benefit.
Yeah, I don't get lost in the sauce. You know,
No.
like ego is going to be an intrinsic part of like how you operate on your day to day, whether you know it or not. Like you have your aims, you have this perception of yourself and a standard you hold yourself up to. That's always gonna be present, whether you know it or not. At some points, you're gonna feel yourself. You're gonna be like, okay, I did this thing. I'm good. I have all this experience, and you're gonna get in your head a bit. But it's important to keep that in check too. I was like, oh, this. Going back to like just doing what you can, but like playing your role too. You know, I try and be cognizant. Like, I do a lot of shit. I do a lot of work. You do a lot of work. But at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, I'm just a dickhead from Brooklyn. I'm just some guy from Brooklyn.
Not real, bro. I mean, I'm like just some dude from Queens.
Yeah,
but it's also like, boom, you don't realize how much you're actually doing. You never do.
Yeah.
And that's why I always be like, yo, sometimes take that moment, sit back, reflect, because we are doing a lot.
Yeah.
Like on a given day.
Yeah. Sometimes you're not gonna get sometimes it's thankless work, sometimes you're not gonna get any medals or gratification. But it'll show.
Bro, we do a thankless job. I've accepted it at this point. And I still love doing it. So
yeah. But it makes when you get the flowers you deserve, it makes it that much more worthwhile.
That is true.
You know, you cherish it that much more. Like from the job I worked at in the Bronx, like I helped this lady out. Like I helped this whole building out with like, you know, their landlord was trying to like kick them out the house. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I basically like got them all to stay. I, you know, called it for what it was. It was bullshit. I went door to door, and they managed to stay in their apartments. They didn't get vacated. And this lady came with like a handwritten card, you know, to thank me. I was out of the office that day, but she came to stop by and thank me. And I, like 3 years later, I still have that card to this day. I hang it up on the Christmas tree every fucking Christmas. You know, but, you know, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't looking for that. But moments like that, you know, making like an old lady who stayed in the city for like 40 years, stay in her home.
It makes you know that it was worth it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So, we're here. Conclusions?
Well, I mean, if y'all stayed tuned in for this long, thanks for listening. And, you know, it's always a pleasure, my boy. I'm happy to help support where I can support. And what you're doing is, like, incredible work. I could not be more proud of you. I can be more proud of you. I'll perpetually be more proud of you. But in terms of, like, where my capacity is to be proud, I've reached my capacity. And, you know, moral of the story, I mean, just do what you can, man. The one thing people cannot do, you know, is allow themselves to get bombarded by, like, such negative information. And you can't despair either. You know, if you despair and you burn yourself out, or, you know, you don't find, like, a reason to, like, be around, then, you know, they win. I won't elaborate any further, but they win. And
not lying.
If you don't want to, like, live live in spite of. I know that sounds counterproductive, but
I will not agree with you there. I mean,
what?
I agree.
Oh, okay.
I agree to an extent, but I won't agree with you there, bro, because I've done a lot of things in my life out of spite, and it has gotten me nowhere.
I say in existential. Don't drive your life out of spite. But if you need a reason, like get up off the morning.
Actually, yeah, nah.
Think about your opposition.
Yo, I was literally about to say that, bro. You know what? Sometimes I'm my own biggest opposition just because I need that extra drive.
That's some next level shit. That's some.
I told him I'm crazy, bro.
That's some 5D chess shit, bro.
I told him I'm crazy. But
Yeah.
continue.
Oh no, I mean, just do what you can, man, and live your life. It's a beautiful day right now, and we don't know how long we're gonna have it, but we're here, and we're enjoying the moment. And 20, 30 fucking years from now, I'm gonna look back on this moments like these fondly.
Yeah, we'll be able to watch it.
Yeah, I'll be able to watch it. I'll be able to show my kids, my grandkids. I'll be like, Peepaw, what the fuck are you on about? But,
so he doesn't have dementia.
Nah, it was just brain rot. Generational run of brain rot.
So lastly, shout out Julio, my boy. Thank you
here,
so much for coming through.
Always.
It means the world to me. You don't even know.
Yeah. Oh, another word of advice: don't wear Tex at 80-degree weather.
Don't wear Tex in 80-degree weather.
Don't do that. The weather app lied to me.
Dub that. Shout out Daryl, who's getting the crazy angle right now.
Shout out Daryl. Shout out Nami.
I cut his chair. I feel like a dick,
He
bro.
did. He mutilated his chair, and I just watched it in horror. It's like planted around you.
So I didn't think that it was connected like that. You know, I thought, huh? Yo, I'm sorry, Mom.
Mom got him.
I'm sorry, Moms.
Yeah.
Yo, you know, I gotta get Daryl and his mama chair now, bro.
That's some compensation. Now you need the Patreon, bro, to make back.
Nah, yo, chat, donate so I can buy Daryl a new chair. Subscribe to the Patreon. Buy me a coffee. I don't even drink coffee. Shout out Jose in the cut chilling. We about to hoop up later. He not ready for the works.
Oh, still.
No sir. Yeah, bro.
Y'all bring it
Yo, we out here. We might as well enjoy this shit.
You're right.
Like, but it's a lovely day. Thank you for everybody watching. If you've made it this far and you are interested in getting in on a conversation, contact me. Talk to Daryl. Talk to me. Talk to anybody. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
I don't know when it'll happen, but let's make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
And yeah, enjoy life. Breathe some fresh air.
Yeah.
Go to the beach. Put
Touch
your feet
some
in
grass.
sand. Touch some grass.
Yeah.
And with that, we gone.
Yeah. Shower.
Skirt. Oh,
Wait, what?
it's a dog.
Oh, doggy.
Damn, bro. Hold up.
Oh, shout out my
This
dog, too.
Shout out his dog. Shout out Callie.
Shout out Callie.
Her name is not Sasha.
Her name is Sasha. You've been calling her Sasha for like 2 weeks.
Peace.